Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the academic procession.
Good morning. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. On behalf of the university community, we offer our sincere condolences to the King and the royal family. As a mark of respect at this sad time, Jay Blades, MBE, and the university have made the decision to postpone Jay's investiture as Chancellor that was due to take place at this ceremony. Jay conveys his sincerest apologies. As a result, certain elements of the ceremony will be a little different today. We recognise that many of you may not wish to celebrate this morning, but we also recognise that many will wish to celebrate. We respect that you will make your own decision. I now declare this degree congregation and awards ceremony open. I am Professor Rachel Cragg, the University's Senior Pro-Vice-Chancellor. And it's wonderful to see you all here today as we celebrate the achievements of this graduating cohort. We are very proud of all that they have achieved. And I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today. And I'm joined on stage by a number of colleagues. At the centre of the stage is Professor Nick Braisby, the University's Vice-Chancellor. And to his right is Maggie Galliers, Pro-Chancellor and Chair of the University Council, and that's our governing body. And closer to me we have Ellie Smith, a member of the University Executive Team, and Jess Bradbury from our Students' Union. And at the end of the row, we have Professor Paul Morgan, the Pro-Vice Chancellor for Student Experience, and Dr. Russell Stone, Head of School for Creative and Digital Industries, and Professor Srikartini-Leet, Head of School for Art, Design and Performance. The remaining members of the platform party are members of staff from the schools of Art, Design and Performance and of Creative and Digital Industries. Now, we want this to be a family celebration, and we recognise that it can get a bit hard going for some of the younger members of our audience. Parents and carers, please do not worry if youngsters choose to participate. After all, they are our students of the future. I would now like to invite Maggie Galliers, Pro-Chancellor and Chair of the University Council.
Before I begin my speech, welcome you to the university, we would like to offer everyone an opportunity to observe a 2-minute silence. I suggest we all remain seated and take this time to reflect. Thank you. Honoured guests, graduands, family and friends, I'm pleased as Pro-Chancellor and Chair of the University Council to welcome you to this milestone in BNU's calendar as we celebrate the achievements of our students. During this special and important week for our university community, more than 2,500 graduands will be awarded their degrees and qualifications. And I cannot let this opportunity go by without saying how proud of you we all are, how we applaud the way you have overcome obstacles and been resilient at a particularly challenging time for the world. You have done something that not everyone can do, and I know that you won't stop here, but you'll go on learning and will continue to make a positive impact in the world, in your work, within your family, and in wider society. I'm also very aware that on a day like this, exciting though it is, if somewhat more sombre than we might have expected, it is not only our graduands who deserve recognition. Alongside them, I pay tribute to the friends, family, and university staff who have done so much to ensure that they have had the skills, confidence, and opportunity to succeed. This is, of course, a time for us to celebrate all that our students have achieved, but it is also a time to wish them well as they embark on the next stage of their lives. This is not the full stop at the end of a book. It is the start of a new chapter. In a fast-changing environment, BNU has prepared them to embrace new challenges and opportunities, and we look forward to what their future brings. Shortly, I will have the chance to congratulate each of this year's graduands as they cross the platform, and that for me is both a privilege and a real pleasure. I hope that you will all enjoy this ceremony and that I have the chance to meet at least some of you as we continue to celebrate throughout the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Maggie. It is now my great pleasure to introduce the university's Vice-Chancellor, Professor Nick Braisby.
Thank you very much, Rachel. I want to begin by paying a tribute to our much-loved Queen Elizabeth II. She was the longest-serving monarch in British history and the second longest reigning monarch in all history. Born in 1926, she was, of course, the daughter of the Duke of York, later King George V, and the Duchess of York, later Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. Excuse me. She first called herself Lilibet, a name that stuck over the years, as did her early interests in horses, in dogs, and, of course, her sense of duty. People of all generations will remember her with great affection. My mum, for example, remembers as a little girl being greatly impressed by the young Princess Elizabeth's example as she served in the Auxiliary Territorial Service, training as a driver and a mechanic. And of course, on VE Day, she and her sister Margaret mingled incognito with crowds on the streets. 2 years later, she married His Royal Highness, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. I cannot fairly summarize her life as monarch, but as we all know, she came to the throne in 1952 on her father's death, and then, and then reigned as monarch for 70 years and 214 days. During the 50s, 60s, and 70s, her reign saw the increasing decolonization of the British Empire and the self-government of independent nations. In addition to the United Kingdom, she was queen of 14 other Commonwealth realms. And of course, she led and cherished the Commonwealth of Nations, seeing it grow to its current association of 56 member states. We will all have our own personal memories of how the Queen has affected us. Many of us today will feel we have lost a member of our family. And how could it be otherwise? Because she has been the backdrop to all of our stories. I remember seeing her drive past, actually at some speed, when I was a very young boy in Swansea during the Silver Jubilee in 1977. She was just a flash going past. You may remember her Golden Jubilee in 2002, the year she lost her dear sister and mother. Or 2012, which marked her Diamond Jubilee, the year in which she opened the London Olympics and starred, if you remember, alongside Daniel Craig, apparently jumping from a helicopter and parachuting into the stadium. Or you may remember her Platinum Jubilee, marked earlier this year, in which we finally learned the contents of her handbag, a marmalade sandwich, just like Paddington. Despite our different memories, and perhaps the different positions we may take on the principle of a constitutional monarchy, I think we will all hold cherished memories of the Queen. She was, I believe, the finest example of professionalism and of selfless dedication to duty we will ever see. At this time, we offer our sincere condolences To the King and to the royal family, they are in our thoughts and our prayers. God save the King. Now, let us turn our attention to our graduands, for today is their day. To you all, I offer my sincere and heartfelt congratulations. We are enormously proud to celebrate your achievements and offer you our very best wishes for the future. I hope you'll approach the next exciting phase of your lives with the confidence that your dedicated study means you have the knowledge, the skills, and the understanding to help make a real difference to society. On the way, you've worked hard, you've overcome many challenges, and you have now achieved success. And you will have benefited from the support of many people in helping you reach your goals, people who've been there for you when you needed them. As Oprah Winfrey once said, lots of people want to ride with you in the limo. What you want is someone to take the bus with you when the limo breaks down. So, to say thank you to those who rode the bus with you, first I would like to pay a heartfelt tribute to all of the staff of the university. I know they always go the extra mile for their students, work tirelessly to support them and ensure their success, and they have risen superbly to the task, despite the additional challenges of the last couple of years. So can I ask you all now to please join me in sincerely thanking the staff of the university. Thank you very much. But you could not have succeeded either without the support of your friends, your family, and loved ones. So, without losing your hats, can I please ask all the graduates to stand up, to turn around through 180 degrees, find those in the audience whose love and support has helped you succeed, and give them a cheer and a round of applause. Thank you very much. Please have a seat. Now, the university always strives to do the right thing by our students, our staff, and our communities. But our society faces many challenges, especially continuing and sometimes increasing inequality. Inequality challenges us all. Perhaps it is the defining challenge of our time. As Martin Luther King said, our ultimate measure is not where we stand in moments of comfort and convenience, but where we stand at times of challenge and controversy. 70 years ago, in 1952, the world faced a choice, whether or not to respect the identity of sexual minorities. That year, the American Psychiatric Association published its first manual of mental disorders. It classified being gay as a sociopathic personality disturbance. In the UK in 1957, the Wolfenden Report was published, commissioned some years earlier on the premise that being gay could not be regarded as an illness. However enlightened this view may have seemed at the time, it took a further 10 years before the government of the day implemented the Wolfenden Report's recommendations. And it was not until 1973 that the American Psychiatric Association voted that being gay was not a mental disorder after all. Though even then, 40% of their members voted it was. Now, I came out as gay in 1989 when I was 24, having spent my childhood and adolescence being aware of my difference, but being unable to accept it. I spent many years in turmoil, wrestling with my identity, hoping to square the circle of accepting I was gay, whilst rejecting all that society said was bad about me. Of course, that turmoil ended when I finally accepted being gay and recognized that the many stereotypes of LGBTQ+ people were false, damaging, and wrong. So I very, very warmly welcome the progress that has been made since 1952. It's right, for example, that my husband and I are no longer considered mentally ill simply because of who we are. But I also know from my own personal experience there is still an enormous amount of progress yet to be made. I lament, for example, the plight of members of the trans community, some of the bravest people I have ever met, with much current discourse marginalising this already marginalised community still further. And across the globe, according to Human Rights Watch, at least 69 countries have laws criminalising same-sex relations, and at least 9 criminalise forms of gender expression that target transgender and gender non-conforming people, with sentences ranging from fines to life imprisonment and even the death penalty. Now, you might ask why a university vice-chancellor should be so worried about challenges such as these. There are many voices in the media that claim universities are subject to woke obsessions. I find those discussions remarkably simplistic. But I do think it's important that universities rise to the challenge of explaining why they do what they do and why they care about the things they care about. Universities are institutions of learning, in which we strive always to better understand the human, social, and natural world in which we live. We're focused on uncovering truth and developing knowledge, in applying reason and logic, and in seeking evidence that will confirm or refute standpoints. But truth does not come only from certain kinds of people. It does not come only from the wealthy or only from the poor. It does not respect social class, gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, age, or disability. We must look for and prize insight and understanding wherever they may be found. So it is because universities care passionately about advancing human knowledge, about finding solutions to our deepest questions and challenges, that we encourage everyone, regardless of background, to achieve their full potential. Let me give you an example of a little boy, Arthur, who wanted to be an engineer. He was born in St. Lucia in 1915 to George and Ida Lewis, both school teachers who had moved to St. Lucia from Antigua some years earlier. Now, as a young boy, Arthur suffered illness and for some months was schooled at home by his father. But sadly, when Arthur was 7, his father George died, leaving Ida to raise their 5 children alone. Arthur was very gifted, so much so that when he returned to school, he was placed in a class 2 years ahead. And at the age of 14, he left school to work as a clerk, but then hoped to come back and take his university entrance exam, which he did at the age of 17, winning a scholarship to attend the London School of Economics, the first black student to do so. But Arthur no longer knew what to study. As he said, the British government imposed a colour bar in its colonies. So young blacks went in only for law or medicine, where they could make a living without government support. I wanted to be an engineer, but this seemed pointless, since neither the government nor the white firms would employ a black engineer. Well, Arthur completed his studies, and then he won a further scholarship to take his PhD. And then in 1938, he was given his first 1-year teaching job. Even then, Arthur's teaching was restricted because of the fear that students would not wish to be taught by a black member of staff. In fact, Arthur recounted being subjected to all the usual disabilities: refusal of accommodation, denial of jobs for which he'd been recommended, generalized discourtesy, and the rest. But despite all the challenges he faced, all the reasons he might not have succeeded, Arthur Lewis was a tremendous success. He became Britain's first black lecturer, and then its first black professor. He went on to work for the United Nations, and he advised both African and Caribbean governments. He became the first Vice-Chancellor of the University of the West Indies. In 1963, he was knighted by Her Majesty the Queen. He was the first black person to hold a full professorship at Princeton University, and in 1979, he became the first black recipient of a Nobel Prize for Economics. In fact, the only black recipient of a Nobel Prize outside of the disciplines of peace or literature. When I think of the example of Arthur Lewis, I see the fulfillment of extraordinary potential, but how easily it could have been otherwise. Had he set his sights lower? Had he not worked so hard or been so determined? Had he succumbed to the racism of the day? Had universities, such as LSE and Manchester, failed to overcome their own institutional racism? How different his life could have been. And how easily the world could have been denied the benefit of his wisdom and insight, perhaps never to learn from the famous Lewis model of developing economies. Arthur himself is said to have been enamored with education, believing that it was the way in which individuals and societies could realize their ambitions. I wholeheartedly agree. It is perhaps the abiding and unshakable belief of all who work in universities. So for me, as a university leader, addressing deep inequalities is not a woke obsession, but a requirement for ensuring that our society develops the best possible understanding of the world in which we live, so we can collectively address our most serious and pressing challenges. Arthur rose to overcome his challenges, and universities will do the same. But I say to you all, graduands and guests, friends and supporters, universities need your help in doing so. Never in my lifetime have I known so many prominent voices express such hostility towards the values of higher education and towards individual universities. This discourse can only serve, falsely, to erode confidence in our public universities and threaten to undermine the good work that we do. The university's governing body, the entire staff of the university, myself, we work tirelessly on behalf of you all, aiming to enrich society by adding to the stock of human knowledge and experience and enabling our students to reach their full potential. So I respectfully ask that when you hear unfair criticism of universities, please challenge it. Tell people of some of the wonderful things happening every day in our universities. And I hope you will support us too by continuing to engage with us and our work. Now, to our graduands, I hope that in the next stage of your journeys, you will go forward with a deep sense of optimism, that the challenges you will face, perhaps including the ones I have mentioned, can indeed be overcome. It will take hard work and determination. There may be some who do not expect or want you to succeed, but one thing is sure: you can be confident you have the knowledge, the skills, and the understanding, and the tenacity and determination to rise to these challenges and defend the values that have enabled you to succeed. As the Dalai Lama has said, with realization of one's own potential and self-confidence in one's ability, one can build a better world. Now, the university is highly skilled at rising to the challenges it faces, and today we also celebrate many successes we have enjoyed over the past year. We improved our performance in the latest Research Excellence Framework, 44% of our research being judged world-leading or internationally excellent, and the university experienced its third consecutive rise in the Guardian University Guide, climbing 44 places, and climbing 43 places to rank 11th in What Uni's University of the Year. And we continued to play our part in addressing the challenge of inequality. We became one of only 20 UK universities to pledge to develop a Student Futures Manifesto, responding to issues caused by the pandemic. We introduced new scholarships to provide financial support and a place of safety for asylum seekers and refugees. And we became one of only a handful of universities formally to adopt the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance definition of anti-Gypsyism and anti-Roma discrimination. And finally, in May of this year, we announced that this week we would be appointing Jay Blades as the university's very first chancellor. It is, of course, with very great sadness that Jay cannot be with us today. As you know, we have postponed the investiture as a mark of respect to the King and to the royal family. Now, in the past year, the schools of art, design and performance and creative and digital industries have also achieved many notable successes. The School of Art, Design and Performance achieved successes in the Guardian University Guide. Our fashion and textiles courses obtained an overall ranking of 7th best in the UK, and our design courses ranked 12th best in the UK. And our courses in dance and performing arts were ranked 1st in the UK for student experience and 1st in the UK for teaching quality. Among numerous awards for students of the school, we were immensely proud that course leader for interior and spatial design, Michela Falcone, was invited to be on the jury for the Global Interior and Product Design Award, Frame Award Design of the Year. And head of school, Professor Sri Kartini Leet, won funding for a participatory arts project, Amersham Roots, which was jointly funded by Arts Council England, the Rothschild Foundation, Amersham Museum, and others. The School of Creative and Digital Industries established its teaching base at the iconic Pinewood Studios, with students working with academics and industry to acquire cutting-edge skills. The school launched a number of new programs, with students enrolling onto online courses in animation, visual effects, and 3D game art. And the school also hosted an extremely successful event for the Royal Television Society, namely its Thames Valley branch's annual awards show. And finally, this year, we saw considerable new investment into our facilities, including state-of-the-art Dolby Atmos and a new partnership with ASUS, leading to the creation of the ASUS Pro Art Lab. Now, the school and university will continue to enjoy many successes in the years to come, and we will always strive to do the right thing by our students, our staff, and our communities. And as we rise to our challenges, you can be sure that you have every warm wish, support, and encouragement from this university in meeting the challenges that you face. Your involvement with the university does not stop. You are members of the BNU family, and we hope you'll remain active in our alumni association and consider coming back to study with us once again. So it only remains for me again to offer you my sincerest and most heartfelt congratulations. Very, very well done.
Thank you, Nick. So, we've now arrived at the part of the ceremony where we confer awards on our graduating students. In a moment, you'll enter to the stage to my left as graduands, walk across the stage, doff your hat or shake hands with the Vice-Chancellor and Pro-Chancellor, then continue to exit on this side of the stage as graduates. And whilst you do so, the audience will celebrate your great achievements. The Head of School for Art, Design and Performance, Professor Sri Kartini Leet, will now present graduands from the programmes in that school.
Vice-Chancellor and Pro-Chancellor, I present to you the persons here today and those graduating in absentia to be admitted to the degrees of Master of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Foundation Degree, Diploma of Higher Education, and Certificate of Higher Education. Master of Arts, Interior Design for Health and Wellbeing, Morgan Bra. Katie Harris. Vita Mehmeti Krasniki. Master of Arts, Prosthetics and Sculpting, Laura Sessions. Bachelor of Arts in Creative Advertising, Dylan Bailey Knox. Anna Belka. Christella Bird. Charlotte Costard. Olivia Cunningham. Tara Groot-Wassink. Thomas Huyanu. Lily Lemoine. Olivia Mason. Emily McIntosh. Also awarded the prize for Best Performance in a Project or Dissertation, Eve Nadin. Marilyn Zapata Granda. Bachelor of Science in Dance and Fitness, Bethany Ball. Grace Simpson. Lucy Turner. Tomasz Simienuk. Bachelor of Arts in Dance and Performance, Belle Barham. Beth Cobbold. Amy Lawrence. Nicole Littleboy. Paige Owen. Kira Carter. Bachelor of Arts in Fashion Design, Natalie Berry. Jason Doe. Teresa Donko. Carl Kevin Clevin. Eloise Maslin. Eleanor Moore. Rosie Williams. Philomene Marie Olofio. Bachelor of Arts in Fashion Promotion and Communication, Phoebe Cavender. Joanna Gomez Delgado. Also awarded the prize for Best Overall Performance in the School, Victoria Zapadka. Bachelor of Arts in Graphic Design, Lorenzo Di Zanobia. Catherine Harding. Rebecca Lyle. Elise Smith. Rukhsar Hussain. Bachelor of Arts in Hair and Makeup for Film and Performance, Amelia Axford. Shania Birch. Tara Canning. Emily Coleman. Katie Edwards. Philippa Johnston. Aliyah Labastide. Charlotte Leighton Woods. Angelina Moody. Boo O'Shea. Eleanor Patterson. Molly Purvis. Mia Shaw. Harriet Simmons. Lauren Simpson. Molly Spring. Abigail Tully. Lara Winter. Bachelor of Arts in Illustration, Melissa Ogston. Medina Sahiti. Bachelor of Arts in Interior and Spatial Design, Daniel Gill. Charlotte Jacobs. Marianne Johnson. Nikita Cookjans. Martina Meller. Lily Pearson. Foundation Degree Arts, Kitchen Design, Helen Gunby. Claire Wellman. Bachelor of Arts in Multimedia Journalism, Jessica Clark. Bachelor of Arts in Performing Arts, Film, TV and Stage, Emily Edkinson. Harvey Atta. Sophie Champion. Olivia Milewska. Gonzalo Correa Laceda Nunes. Lucas Klein Gardiner. Christina Havelkova. Leah Human. Julia Jajuska. Paul Kuptsov. Natalia Kustza. Iris Esteval Rangel. Amy Sorrell. Mafalda Suto de Jesus. Marta Valls. Arima Veler Cedres. Gemma Woodmore. Bachelor of Science in Product Design, Sophia Potter. Ben Voss. Marche Dinas. Bachelor of Arts in Product Design, Ayla Khan. Charlotte Newton. Bachelor of Arts in Textile Design, Binish Farid. Lindsay Leviton. Leah Richardson. James Travel. Georgia Whitehead. Husna Shah. Bachelor of Arts in Performing Arts, Film, TV and Stage, Andrea Dansiuk. BA Interior and Spatial Design, Nick Cabrera Banks. This concludes the first half of the presentation of awards.
Congratulations to all of those who've crossed the stage so far. We are now going to make the award for the most inspiring tutor in each of the schools being represented here today. The most inspiring tutor award is made to the academic member of staff who has motivated students to be successful in their studies. The students here today have submitted nominations for their most inspiring tutor, and the award is made on the basis of their recommendation. I invite the heads of school, Professor Sri Kartini Leet and Dr. Russell Stone, to announce the names. And when they do so, could the members of staff please come forward to receive their awards.
Comments made by the students in the School of Art, Design and Performance about today's winner included: they have given amazing support while sharing a wealth of experience and knowledge. They have been a saving grace for me in my studies as well as my fellow classmates. They have gone above and beyond to provide us with opportunities and experiences that we would never have had otherwise. Vice-Chancellor and Pro-Chancellor, I'm very pleased to present to you for the award of Most Inspiring Tutor, Michaela Falconi.
Comments made by students in the School of Creative and Digital Industries about today's winner included: hardworking, selfless and caring, a real inspiration and has more empathy than anyone I have ever met. I not only secured a top grade in my degree, but was able to secure an amazing graduate job due to the unrelenting support from this tutor. Vice-Chancellor and Pro-Chancellor, I'm very pleased to present to you for the award of Most Inspiring Tutor, Dr. Rafid Al-Kanak.
Thank you. So congratulations to both of our very worthy winners. We now return to the part of the ceremony where we confer awards upon our graduating students. The Head of School of Creative and Digital Industries, Dr. Russell Stone, will present the graduates.
Vice-Chancellor and Pro-Chancellor, I present to you the persons here today and those graduating in Ansemtia to be admitted to the degrees of Master of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Diploma of Higher Education, and Certificate of Higher Education. Master of Arts 3D Animation, Christis Banzavicius. Jemuel Gad. David Hallows. Catherine Leach. Bachelor of Arts in Animation, Nana Marfo. Bachelor of Arts in Audio Music Production, Phoebe Wilkinson. Bachelor of Science in Computing, Emmanuel Godfrey. Eric Mann. Bachelor of Science in Computing and Web Development, Anum Hanif. Max Longdon. Wojciech Reluga. Vanya Sark Geisler. Geisler, I beg your pardon. Bachelor of Science in Cybersecurity, Priyam Mantri. Olawatu Farati Godsman. Bachelor of Science in Digital and Technology Solutions, Laura Davis. Victoria Meze. Bachelor of Arts in Events, Festivals and Venue Management. Also awarded the prize for Best Overall Performance in a Project or Dissertation, Vincenzo Bastone. Molly Dowdall. Kyra Harding. Molly Merrison. Louise Mitchell. Veronica Peacosh. Megan Smith. Kathleen Wilkins. Dominika Zaszewska. Bachelor of Arts in Film and Television Production, Gustav Aldash. Benjamin Daly. Sean Dagnall. Jude Foxley. Stephanie Garnett Clark. Victoria Grinkowska. Shante Kusi Agyapong. Achuka Kwakwori. Susanna Majewska. AJ Pym. Jordan Thomas. Lauren Wallace. Bachelor of Science in Games Development, Eric Barker. Philip Caborn. Jack Macy. Luke Martin. Callum O'Connell. Owen Perry. Bachelor of Arts in Independent Games Production, William Tonks. Bachelor of Arts in Music Business, Rachel Andrews. Sophie Arnold. Reese Brown. Camille da Fonseca Teixeira. Jack Cummins. Bachelor of Arts in Music Management and Studio Production, Milan Kohan. Sophia Sangera. Meshach Wilkinson. Bachelor of Arts in Music Performance Management, Hannah Ashby Plummer. Clara Brozova. Yasmin Kazim. Bachelor of Arts in Music Production and Performance, Danielle Ediali. Grace Foster. Luna Page. Bachelor of Science in Software Engineering, Jordan Guyani. Nadeem Khan. Bachelor of Arts in Visual Effects, Joseph Gaskin. Jodie Smith. BSc in Cybersecurity, Eric Frempong. BA Fashion Design, Mirza Quahramani. BA Visual Effects and Best Overall Award for Student Performance, Sharmila Tamang. This concludes the presentation of awards.
Congratulations to all our graduates. I am now pleased to introduce the two graduates nominated by the university to speak on behalf of you all. Please welcome Daniel Gill and Eric Barker.
I'm sure you're all aware that kind of circumstances change last minute, so I'm going to kind of try and keep this brief. But first of all, I want to thank Professor Nick Braisby for receiving the graduates of the School of Art, Design and Performance. Loads of people have contributed to kind of getting us here today, but to name a few, we want to thank our head of school, lecturers, dissertation supervisors, and just all of the supporting staff, so maybe we should give them a big round of applause. I'm going to do the cliche and say I can't believe how quickly the last 3 years has gone. I don't want to talk too much about COVID because we're all kind of absolutely sick of it, but I had to mention it because it's definitely the biggest challenge we had to face. Like everyone tends to think of the people that started university in COVID, but we were perhaps in more of a tricky situation where we had to experience kind of coming to uni, starting to settle in, and then all of a sudden we were kind of plunged into this lockdown. So I just think that compared to other groups that have come before us, you know, we've adapted more than the average person, we've persevered more than the average person. We're all here today, so none of us kind of quit, none of us dropped out, none of us pushed it back. We all stuck out the 3 years and graduated on time, and I think we just need to be like immensely proud of ourselves for doing that, because I know so many people that didn't. A takeaway from my time at BNU has definitely been the incredible support from both staff and fellow students. I think it's rare to come across a group of people who not only get on so well, but are genuinely kind of comfortable around each other to offer criticism when needed, you know, often with each other's best interests in mind, although sometimes that was questionable. I just think we need to also give a special mention to all of our tutors. You know, they were kind of dropped in the deep end. They had to navigate this kind of weird between area between teaching us face-to-face and teaching us remote, and I can't imagine that would have been easy for anyone, and honestly, they just haven't compromised the experience for us at all. They've organised studio visits, they've organised lecture series, and honestly, in our second year, in the climate we found ourselves in, personally, I don't know how they did it, to be honest, and I just think they've been amazing, so I think we need to give a massive round of applause to all our tutors. And I'm just going to kind of wrap it up by saying, you know, I don't want to say goodbye because that sounds strange, but just like congratulations to everybody. I would say good luck, but we've had such a testing 3 years that, to be honest, I don't think we'll need it. I just hope that everybody kind of excels in whatever they end up doing, and just a big congratulations and thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my fellow graduates, I give our sincere thanks to Professor Nick Braisby for receiving the graduates of the School of Creative and Digital Industries. We would like to thank our head of school, lecturers, and all supporting staff for everything they've done to get us here today. It is an honor to have been chosen to speak on behalf of my fellow graduates as valedictorian. This is not something I ever could have imagined when I was dropped off at Hewenden Halls 4 years ago today. I didn't thrive at school, and the opportunity to study for a degree seemed out of reach, but BNU saw my potential and gave me a chance. Many of you sitting here today will probably be in similar situations, and I'm sure you'll share my gratitude that BNU has created a very welcoming community. Creativity and resilience were characteristics Bucks recognized in all of us. As a cohort who have had to pursue our studies during a time of unprecedented crisis, we have definitely proved them right in that. I would like to acknowledge the extra efforts made by Bucks staff to reach out and provide unwavering support during periods of remote learning. We couldn't have done it without you. One of my most inspirational university experiences was a course visit to Bletchley Park, the home of the World War II codebreakers, including the Enigma codebreaker and founder of modern computer science, Alan Turing. Turing's interest in science was not encouraged when he was at school, and he was also the victim of bullying and prejudice. But once at university, Turing's genius flourished in an environment that recognized his talents and encouraged him to pursue his passion for science and mathematics. There is a quotation by Alan Turing that I believe embodies the ethos here at Bucks, where there is belief in the potential and talent within us all. Sometimes it is the people no one can imagine anything of who do the things no one can imagine. Thank you.
Daniel and Eric, thank you so much for those very inspiring and brilliantly presented speeches. So, many congratulations and very well done to all of you who've graduated today. You did it. Congratulations. achieved your award, you now have the careers and many exciting new opportunities ahead of you. We wish you every success in everything you do. And in the months and years ahead, I hope that you will always carry with you fond memories of your time here at Buckinghamshire New University. And before I finally close, let's plan our exit strategy. Graduates and their guests are invited for refreshments and to celebrate at the university's campus. And in a moment, the platform party will process out of the theatre. And we ask you to remain in place until the usher at your nearest exit indicates for you to leave. And on leaving the theatre, we encourage you to use all of the available exits. And please meet up with your graduates back at the campus as we celebrate their achievements. As you leave the theatre, university colleagues will be on hand to direct you. But first, let's take a final round of applause to congratulate our graduates. Thank you very much. So please stand until the graduation procession and all of the graduates have left the auditorium. And please enjoy the rest of your special day. I now declare this degree congregation and award ceremony closed.